Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some very exciting news for the next Star Wars Battlefront. First off, we have something I actually discovered myself. There's a Facebook page called EA Playtesting where they do send out invites to different playtests both here in Stockholm, Sweden and in some of EA's other locations. And they just say playtest a game, but sometimes they say specific stuff such as Battlefield 1, which is most likely for the DLCs. However, yesterday they actually posted that they have an exciting playtest session coming up in March, and if you click the link it actually says that if you fill out the survey you have a chance to participate in one of our upcoming Star Wars Battlefront sessions at EA DICE. This is of course very interesting as it's the first time, as far as I know, that they openly say that they're having a Battlefront playtest. And this is obviously for the next game because there's no point in playtesting a game that you won't have any new content for. So what does this mean? Well, first of all, if you're located in Sweden, make sure to head over to that link for a chance to play the game. Secondly, it means that the game is probably in a ready enough state to be played by the public and to actually get some feedback on the game. Will any information come out from this event? No, hopefully not, because these playtests are always under NDA, and if people start leaking this kind of stuff, it means that less people will get the chance to do these tests. So we will probably not get any information from this. However, it is nice to know that in about a week there will be a playtest for the next Star Wars Battlefront that random people can sign up to. Moving on, we have some comments from CFO Blake Jorgensen, who talked about upcoming Star Wars games at the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media and Telecom Conference earlier yesterday. He first said that the next Star Wars Battlefront is going to be dramatically larger than the last one. He said it will have a single player component to it, which we already knew. I know this is just a comment from the CFO, so obviously he's gonna say that it's good, but one thing they didn't do with last game is lie, like some game developers has done. So if he says that it is dramatically larger than the last one, I honestly think it is, because considering that they have all the base completely made for Battlefront now, they can probably focus a lot more effort on just creating tons of content for this game. So of course we have the single player campaign, which will be a big part of the game, but I wouldn't be surprised if the actual multiplayer part is maybe twice as big as the last game, at least in terms of maps and heroes. Game modes we had enough, but things like heroes and maps that people wanted more of, I would not be surprised at all if it was at least 50% bigger, or maybe even twice as much as the last game. He also said that we will add a lot of new Star Wars characters that we didn't have in the first game 2 years ago, because it was before the 2 movies that have come out. He said that the Star Wars universe is unbelievable to build games in because it's so vast, it's very exciting. So this is interesting, as it makes it sound like we will actually get some characters from Rogue One that wasn't in the Scarif DLC. So I'm guessing maybe we will get Krennic, Jyn, Saw Gerrera, or I don't even know if he would fit as a fighter, but maybe Chirrut Imwe and the whole screen would be black. And then you can have Base Malbus, maybe K2SO, and a lot of those characters that didn't make it into the Scarif DLC. And then of course Force Awakens we have Rey, Finn, Captain Phasma, Kylo Ren, and all those characters, which will hopefully make it into the game. And lastly, he actually said that they have a Star Wars action game which is very open. It's great to explore in a Star Wars universe. Part of the action genre is all about that exploration. He doesn't clarify whether he refers to Visceral's game or Respawn's game, but I would guess for Visceral's games due to that's closer to release. But the fact that he says that it's very open is something I'm really excited to hear, and I think it might be one of the first hints towards an open world game, because we've known it's gonna be sort of a single player campaign-ish game, but that could just have been a very linear game like many single player games. But the fact that he says that it's open makes me very excited for some sort of open world RPG-ish game, which is something a lot of people have requested. So all in all, everything he says about the upcoming Star Wars games here is very exciting. But that brings this video to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.